What's up everybody, Kyler2000 here. Welcome back to my Royal Rumble 2020 reactions. So let's head straight into it. Kicking us off on the pre-show, we had Sheamus defeating Shorty G. There's not much to say about this one. It was a decent match for what it was, and Sheamus picking up the result we all expected, considering it was his in-ring return. And something I did notice is Shorty G had the kind of Lakers colours on his gear, and you gotta wonder, after what happened yesterday with Kobe Bryant, was that a little tribute to him? And if it was a nice touch by Gable. We also had the United States Championship match on the pre-show, Andrade defeating Humberto Carrillo to retain his title. Again, not much to say. It was like we expected. Nice back and forth, high paced lucha libre action with El Idolo retaining his gold. Then moving on to Roman Reigns defeating King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And in my predictions, I did say I thought Corbin would win and then Roman would possibly go on to win the Rumble. That's what I was thinking. It's not what I wanted, which we'll get to again later on. But here, as soon as the referee counted 3, in what was, in my opinion, it was a really good Falls Count Anywhere match. I really did enjoy it. They went all over the arena like a Falls Count Anywhere match should. Yeah, there's even like a spear on top of a dugout, and yeah, Roman throwing Corbin into a porta potty and all that. I really enjoyed this match. That was a great way to kick off the Royal Rumble with Reigns picking up the win over King Corbin, and of course we got interference from Rude and Ziggler and then the Usos. Then we had the Women's Royal Rumble match with Charlotte Flair winning, last eliminating Shayna Baszler. I did enjoy this. Match. I enjoyed the Rumble. It was like a lot of surprises. You know, we had Molly Holly, we had Mighty Molly. Sorry. She was gone by her Mighty Molly character. We had Naomi returning, Kelly. We had some NXT girls in there as well. Tegan Knox, Shotzi Blackheart, Candice LeRae, Toni Storm. A lot more. Shayna Baszler, as we already mentioned. Bianca Belair, who entered at number 2 and had an outstanding performance. Looking here, Belair and Baszler both getting 8 eliminations. I think that is the record now for women's rumbles. I think it was Michelle McCool in the first one with about 6. So yeah, Belair and Shayna tying the record there, I think. And yeah, the biggest surprise of all in this match was number 29. Billy and Chuck's music start playing. I start marking out because I'm like, oh my god, Billy and Chuck are back. But no, out walks Santina Marella, who gets into the ring, stares down with Beth Phoenix and Natalya, because the history there with Beth Phoenix, before eliminating herself. But yeah, that was a big surprise. I don't think anyone expected Santina Marella, and I certainly didn't once I heard Billy and Chuck's music. But yeah, anyway, as I said earlier, Charlotte Flair is your winner here. I think it should have been Shayna, but they went with Charlotte, and we don't know what title she's going for. She was asked after the match, which title you going to challenge for, and all she said is, I run this division. So who knows? Does she go after the SmackDown's title, the Raw Women's title? Maybe she might go after the NXT Women's title. Then up after that, we had Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's title against Lacey Evans. It was an okay match, nothing too special there. There's not really much to talk about. Lacey's daughter was at ringside, and yeah, Bayley was able to retain. Then we had another really great match. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defeating Daniel Bryan in a strap match, and this match was great. I loved this match. Both men were able to use the strap excellently as a weapon. Bryan was even able to wrap it around the Fiend's mouth to get in the yes lock. It's one of the better strap matches because it was pinfall and submission. It wasn't going around touching the 4 posts. Yeah, it was a really vicious kind of match with how they were whipping each other with the strap. I really did enjoy this. And The Fiend retains. So what is next for The Fiend going into WrestleMania? What's next for Daniel Bryan? I'm interested to see where both those wrestlers going into Mania and Elimination Chamber and all that. Maybe they'll both be in the chamber match. Becky Lynch defeating Asuka, getting her win back from last year's Rumble. Very good match as expected. There's a nice spot where Asuka was getting ready for the mist. Becky was able to kick her in the stomach, which meant Asuka spit the mist out into the air, and it ended up covering Asuka's face. Becky was able to get the disarm her and get the win in a very good match. And then we had the main event, the men's Royal Rumble match, with Big Drew McIntyre winning by eliminating Roman Reigns. I said in my predictions I wanted Drew to win, but I think Roman might win. And finally, they didn't go at Roman. The chosen one is finally getting the chance to fulfill the prophecy that Vince McMahon talked about, and when he said he's going to be a future world champion. Yeah, I really loved this Rumble match. Probably one of the best Rumble matches ever. I liked how it was booked. They just had Brock Lesnar throwing everyone out early. Yeah, I wasn't happy with John Morrison. Only lasted 9 seconds considering he just returned recently. But yeah. Then Brock was just throwing everyone out one by one. But out comes Kofi Kingston. He lasts a bit. Out comes Ray. All the people Brock was feuding with last year. Then Big E. But Brock somehow is able to survive and eliminate all 3. Then out comes Cesaro and has a little one-on-one with Brock for a bit before getting thrown out. I say a bit according to Wikipedia, where I just have the list of the entrants. He lasted 18 seconds. Shelton Benjamin then came out, and there was a nice spot with Shelton and Brock where they were like, oh, because they're friends and all. Brock was like, oh yeah, I won't try out, we'll wait for the next person. Shelton turns around, German, out goes Brock. Moving on, Nakamura came out with Brock for a bit. MVP returned and got thrown out nearly straight away as well by Brock. Number 13 was Keith Lee, who stared down with Brock for a bit. I was scared that they'd just have him throw Keith out straight away, but no, he squared up with Brock for a bit. Out comes Braun Strowman then, and Keith and Braun are kind of going at it, and Brock is able to eliminate both. Ricochet then came out and survived for a bit before Drew McIntyre came out at 16, eliminates Brock with help from Ricochet, who then eliminates Drew, and Miz comes out. Drew eliminates Miz, and it's just the whole time after eliminating Ricochet and Miz, while the clock's ticking down, just stares out at Brock. So hopefully that's the direction to go in with Mania. It's already planned, so just go there and have Drew beat Brock at Mania. Then the ring starts to fill up a bit. We have AJ, Ziggler, Carl Anderson enter, and then number 21, You Think You Can Know Me, and Edge, one of my all-time favourite superstars, returns at number 21 in the Royal Rumble. I'm going crazy here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm still goosebumps just thinking about it, because I love Edge. Edge is one of my all-time favourite wrestlers. I remember crying watching Raw during his retirement, so I am so happy the Rated R superstar is back and is cleared. And hopefully, because he had to end things because of injury before, hopefully now he can come back, have a run, and end things the way he wants to, and I hope he's back for a good while, and I hope he's back on as like a full-time active competitor. Moving on, we had Matt Riddle come out later on in the Rumble. I liked that they waited. As much as I would have liked to have seen a Riddle-Lesnar showdown, I like that they waited, and they're keeping the fans waiting for Riddle and Lesnar if they are ever going to go that direction. Just because I think if you're not going to go anywhere, because it was clear after Drew got the elimination, if they're not going anywhere with Riddle Lesnar, wait until you are. Don't just rush it, or just get that little stare down in there. Just keep the fans waiting for it. And yeah, so that was good that they held off on that. Then the ring fills up, everyone else comes out. Number 30, Seth Rollins, comes out with Buddy Murphy and the AOP, who helps him eliminate Kevin Owens. They help him eliminate Aleister Black, Samoa Joe and all, before Black and Owens and Joe brawl with AOP and Murphy to the back, and Seth's like, where are you going? Then everyone who's left, Reigns, Edge, Randy Orton, and Drew, team up, take out Rollins. So we get a final four of Randy Orton, Edge, Roman Reigns, and Drew McIntyre. So Randy's then eliminated. The final three of Drew, Roman, and Edge. Looks like Edge and Roman. Edge's going to eliminate Roman. Roman's going to eliminate Edge before Roman does eventually eliminate the Rated R Superstar. And this is where things got scary. I was like, are they going to go with Roman? And I was praying they went with Drew, because I wanted Drew to win. And big Drew McIntyre, the chosen one, finally did it, and he's going to finally fulfill the prophecy at Mania when he beats Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, because that's clearly the direction they're going in. But overall, one of the best Royal Rumbles ever, one of the best Rumbles in a long time. The Rumble match itself is probably one of the best booked. I like how they had Brock eliminating people. I liked how they had Kofi and Ray and Big E, because they had history with Brock from last year. I liked how they were kind of teased that and had the ghost of Brock's past year come after him. I liked how they had Drew eliminate Brock, and then just when he tossed out Miz and Ricochet, just stare Brock down while he was still at ringside, because it clearly sets up a match at Mania, and the crowd were loving it when Drew eliminated him, so they better just put the title on Drew finally. The stuff with Seth and the AOP was well booked, with them helping Seth before that being the reason Seth gets eliminated, because he gets distracted when they brawl into the back. Then he realizes he's on his own and gets teamed up and eliminated. The little Rated RKO little team up during the Rumble before Edge, the Ultimate Opportunist, eliminates Randy, because it looked like Randy was about to RKO him when he turned around, but Edge was like, nah, I see ya. And they were like, Randy's like, okay, let's just eliminate them two, because only one can win, but eliminate them two first. And as soon as Randy turns his back, the Ultimate Opportunist eliminated him. But seeing Edge square up with the likes of AJ Styles, who looked like he injured himself. There was a point in the Rumble where Edge threw him over the top rope. It looked like AJ tried to grab on, but he just wasn't able to hold on and fell to the outside. And I don't think he was meant to be eliminated there. I just the way everyone kind of stopped and looked, you could see AJ was on the ground holding his arm. Edge, who threw him over the rope, kind of just stood there like, what am I meant to do now? What was meant? And Carl Anderson, you can notice, was in the corner beside him, just looking now at AJ on the floor, like, on. So yeah, I think AJ might hurt himself and wasn't meant to be eliminated when he actually was. But hopefully the Phenomenal One is actually okay. But yeah, as I was saying, loved the Rumble, loved how it was booked, loved all the other matches loved most of the other matches on the card. The Bayley match was alright, it wasn't anything special for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Falls Count Anywhere. The Women's Royal Rumble was good. Bayley match was alright. The Fiend and Bryan was great, I loved it. Becky and Asuka was great. The Men's Royal Rumble was unbelievable, as Vince McMahon would have said on commentaries in the 90s. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Smash the like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're not already. And let me know in the comment section below what you enjoyed the most about the Royal Rumble. And who you want to see Edge face off with at WrestleMania. Because hopefully he has a Mania match. And I will see you in the next one.